If I wanted to become a digital marketer in 2025, this is everything I would do right now.
I do social media and digital marketing.
Digital marketing
I
side of
do
it.
digital marketing.
Salary would be between 68 and 75.
Roughly how much do you make in your line of work?
I would say it's going to be 60 to 80 this year.
In this video, I'm going to reveal the 5-level pyramid to becoming a digital marketer. You have to go in order because each level builds on the previous one, and it gets smaller as we go up because it gets more challenging. So let's get started. Coming in at level 1 is foundational learning. This is where many people make a huge mistake. They fall into a tutorial trap. This is what happens when you spend all your time watching endless marketing tutorials thinking you're learning, but you're not actually building anything or solving real problems. You need to shift your mindset from passive consumer to active problem solver. So step 1, learn fundamentals of digital marketing. Core principles like customer acquisition, conversion optimization, and campaign analytics. Consider taking the CourseCareers digital marketing course. It's beginner friendly and extremely practical. I'm actually a coach there, and it has been a different experience from traditional education. Working with students is so much more hands-on. You can go through real-world problems and solve them in real time, not just creating fictional scenarios like you'd get in a college course exercise. What I think people misunderstand about college versus programs like CourseCareers is that online courses like CourseCareers are more agile. They can adjust to the times. Marketing changes so rapidly that you can leave college with no practical skills or modern marketing techniques. For example, I have a BA in political science that I'm not using and an MA in communication, but I was self-taught in digital marketing. I learned from former bosses and colleagues, mostly conferences and internal trainings throughout my career. Step 2, apply immediately with small practice projects. Here are 3 examples. Project 1. Create a Google Ads campaign for a fictional business. Practice keyword research, ad creation, and budget management. Project 2. Build a social media content calendar. Plan out posts, hashtags, and engagement strategies for a week. Project 3. Set up Google Analytics on a website. Learn to track visitors, conversions, and user behavior. These small projects help you understand how to actually apply concepts you learn, and you will not be stuck in tutorial hell. So once you're comfortable with the basics, it's time to go from level 1 to level 2, building projects. Baby projects don't count. You need portfolio-worthy work. Projects are your experience before you have experience. What matters is the impact of our tools. It's not about how impressive your software skills are, it's about showing you can do the job from day 1. Here are 3 project ideas at various levels. Beginner project, local business marketing campaign. Help a real business improve their online presence. Use Facebook Ads Manager for paid advertising and Google Analytics for tracking performance. This shows you can manage real client work and deliver measurable results. Intermediate project, content marketing strategy with SEO optimization. Create blog posts optimized for search engines and build organic traffic. This demonstrates your ability to drive long-term growth without paid advertising budgets. Advanced project, e-commerce marketing funnel with automation. Set up email sequences, retargeting campaigns, and lead scoring, usually in platforms like HubSpot. This shows you can handle complex multi-channel marketing systems. Remember, it's not about how fancy your tools are, it's about how impactful your results are. You need to be able to explain the why behind your project and quantify the outcomes. Now here's something most people don't do during the job search that would make it much easier for them to land a job. Build their portfolio with as many examples as possible. Offer to work for free if you need more experience. Now we're moving up to level 3, resume building. Average resumes fail. You need one that stands out and is ATS-optimized. Use the XYZ formula. Accomplished X through Y resulting in Z. Always quantify results with numbers, metrics, and outcomes. Here are the mandatory resume sections. Header, name, contact info, LinkedIn profile, portfolio website links. Education, school name and degree, but phrase coursework to highlight career-specific skills. I actually changed my course titles to align with technical skills that are optimized for the ATS system. Experience, bullet points in XYZ format with measurable outcomes. For example, I described how I use Google Ads and managed campaign budgets, which resulted in a 30% increase in lead generation. Projects, detailed impact, not just titles or tools used. Don't say you did a social media campaign. Explain the strategy, execution, and results achieved. Activities and leadership, marketing communities, online courses, certifications. Even if you weren't super involved, emphasize the skills and learning outcomes. Skills. List only relevant skills, no beginner, intermediate labels. I fundamentally believe that if you put a skill in your resume, you should be at least competent in it. Numbers are essential because they quantify the impact and draw attention to your resume. No one actually cares about your projects unless you make them care. And by quantifying it, you do make them care. Coming in at level 4, applications and referrals. Here's the problem. Mass applications plus AI flood job postings. A job gets posted and within minutes has 150 plus applicants because of automated application tools. The solution is that referrals are now essential. Here are 3 levels of referrals. Level 1, basic ask. Reach out to someone at a company and ask, can you help me or can you suggest anything that would help me land this position? You send them your resume, they put you in the system. Level 2, warm connection. Building relationships with people tied to hiring managers. This is what I call the LeBron James referral. You establish connections with people who have influence and can vet you out because the hiring manager ultimately makes the decision. Level 3, inbound networking. Post and share your work so opportunities come to you. I was recently talking to this one marketer who mentioned for the last 2 jobs, he never had to apply anywhere because hiring managers reach out to him based on seeing his work on LinkedIn. So here's the secret sauce for someone landing their first job, networking. Most marketing jobs are given to people they know or referrals. Applying on LinkedIn and Indeed is becoming a big waste of time. You've got to connect with people in real life, be aggressive, ask for recommendations. That's exactly what I did. I met one of my future bosses through a friend of a friend. We got to talking and he understood my skills and he created a position for me. That's how I transitioned from feeling directionless in PR to landing my first digital marketing role as a special projects manager. Even in this competitive job market, because of my online presence, coaching with CourseCareers, I have hiring managers, founders, recruiters, and agencies regularly reaching out to me for opportunities. Finally, level 5, interview prep. Even with skills plus projects plus referrals, you must still pass interviews. So how exactly can you nail interviews? Let's break it down. Step 1, learn role-specific frameworks, common questions, and marketing challenges. Study case study approaches and practice explaining your strategic thinking process. Step 2, practice using the STAR method. Situation, task, action, result. Structure your responses to show the challenge you faced, actions you took, and quantified results you achieved. Step 3, when stuck, research optimized solutions from marketing case studies. Study them deeply and repractice your responses with your own examples. This is how you go from practicing aimlessly to walking into interviews with confidence. That's actually how I got started. I was working in PR and I felt directionless, stuck in a boring job. After I learned how to use Google Ads through a Google Grants opportunity at the nonprofit I was working at when I was 25 years old, I was giving a job opportunity that would really let me expand my marketing knowledge. Understanding Google Ads and showing the capacity to learn other platforms quickly is what really helped me land my first role. After 3 years in PR, I got my first digital marketing job as a special projects manager, going from $40K a year in PR $45K in digital marketing. Now that doesn't sound like a lot, but it was the start of a path into a high revenue industry. Eventually I made it to a media strategist role, making $125K a year in the corporate world. Now I'm a full-time freelancer working on scaling to an agency, but more importantly, I have more time and flexibility, which really is the biggest benefit. I work from home whenever I want. I usually get my work done in the mornings, spend my afternoons with my kids, and get them off the bus every day and spend time with them. I don't go into an office, spend a 9 to 5 missing out on their lives. So as I explained above, the key to it all is to master the 5-level pyramid to becoming a digital marketer. It works, but it's a lot to figure out on your own. Most people waste years piecing this together. They send out resumes that get ignored or fail interviews. If you keep trying alone, you risk wasting time, losing motivation, and missing out on higher paying roles that are available right now. That's why I recommend CourseCareers. Every step of this pyramid, the fundamentals, the projects, the resume, the networking, and the interview prep is already built into the CourseCareers digital marketing program. I coach students inside the program and see every week how fast they're getting hired. One recent example I love to share is Willie Harrison. He came from a completely different world. He was a truck driver. And within a few months of starting CourseCareers, he built real campaigns, assembled a portfolio, and landed a paid search role at an agency. In coaching, I use wins like Willie's to show students exactly what consistent practice and clear feedback can do for your confidence and your hiring results. Take courses. Get certified in Google or Facebook Blueprint. Find project work on Upwork or Fiverr. Build your portfolio and resume. Expand into more freelancing or apply for full-time work. Network as much as possible. But back in the day, I did not have something like CourseCareers available. If I had that then, I would be even further in my career. Click the link in the description, start the free intro course, and see if this career is right for you. You can also use Quora, their free AI career counselor, to match with the best role for you. Inside the program, you'll get step-by-step training, resume coaching, interview prep, and connections to hiring partners. That way you can go from zero experience to hired in months, not years. So start with spending as little money as possible and see where that gets you. Companies just care if you can do the work and are willing to learn. Get started, then decide if you want to go to college. Only go if you have a clear-cut plan and know the benefits of doing so. So click the link in the description to start the free intro course today.